In a busy city bank, a simple misunderstanding is about to explode as security closes in on a man who appears suspicious, but the truth they are about to uncover will stop everyone in their tracks. Before we begin, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more powerful real-life stories inside the downtown bank. The morning rush has barely begun when Marcus Hale steps through the glass doors wearing a tailored charcoal suit and carrying a sleek leather briefcase. He moves, calmly scanning the room for the manager who had requested a meeting, but the atmosphere shifts the moment he is noticed by the security team, the lead guard. Trevor whispers through his earpiece, pointing subtly at Marcus, as if identifying a threat. The other guards nod and begin tightening their formation around him. Without saying a word, Marcus, unaware of the suspicion, approaches the customer service counter to confirm his appointment. The clerk notices his executive badge, but before she can speak, Trevor steps in, blocking Marcus with a firm stance. His voice cold asks Marcus to step aside for questioning. Customers begin turning their heads, some whispering, some filming, sensing confrontation. Marcus remains composed, trying to understand why he is being targeted, but Trevor insists he matches the description of a fraud suspect reportedly using fake credentials in multiple branches. Marcus tries to explain he is actually the new regional vice president, but Trevor refuses to listen. The tension rises as the guards close in. Marcus stands still, controlling his breathing, refusing to show fear or anger. He calmly reaches for his identification, but Trevor grabs his arm, provoking gasps across the lobby. Marcus' voice steady asks Trevor to stop and allow him to speak, but the guard thinks the executive is resisting and signals the team to prepare for detainment. The situation is seconds away from escalating into a public spectacle. Just then, the bank door swings open, and the district manager Linda rushes in carrying a folder. She immediately freezes as she sees her security team surrounding Marcus with aggressive posture. Her voice cracks through the lobby, demanding they step back, but Trevor answers that they have a suspect in custody. Linda's face turns pale as she reveals the truth. Marcus Hale is not only innocent, but the highest-ranking executive visiting the branch that day, and the very person she had been urgently preparing to meet. The silence that falls over the room is heavy and devastating. The guards step back in shock, realizing they nearly arrested their own executive based entirely on assumption and appearance. Linda apologizes, but Marcus simply studies each guard with calm disappointment, not anger, which somehow unsettles them. Even more customers watching feel the weight of the moment. The truth of how close judgment had come to nearly ruining a man's career and dignity. Marcus then opens his briefcase, revealing the purpose of his visit, a surprise leadership audit meant to evaluate professionalism and bias within the branch. In an ironic twist, Trevor had unknowingly created the exact test scenario Marcus wanted to observe. Marcus then asks for a private meeting with the guards and Linda, leaving the entire lobby buzzing with disbelief at what would happen. Next, 7 minutes later, they all return, their faces transformed. Trevor steps forward, publicly acknowledging his mistake and apologizing, not defensively, but sincerely. Marcus accepts the apology and announces a new mandatory training program based on respect, awareness, and accountability. The customers applaud not because of punishment, but because of the unexpected humanity in the resolution. A moment that began with tension ends with understanding and change, leaving everyone witnessing it deeply moved. Marcus walks toward the exit, pausing only to wish the team well and remind them that real professionalism is measured not by authority, but by how people choose to treat others, especially when they think no one is watching. His words linger long after he leaves, carrying a message that none of them will forget. The lobby slowly settles into a quiet calm as Marcus steps toward the exit, his footsteps steady and measured, the morning light spilling across the floor like a soft reminder that even the most tense moments can lead to powerful change. The customers watch him leave, their faces reflecting a mixture of admiration and thoughtful silence. They have witnessed something rare, a moment where authority could have turned harsh and unforgiving, but instead transformed into clarity, humility, and understanding. Outside the doors, the hum of the city continues, but for those who saw what happened, something inside them has shifted. Trevor stands with his team, still absorbing the weight of what they learned in just a few minutes, their expressions showing not fear, but a deeper awareness than they carried before. Linda exhales with relief, knowing that the day nearly spiraled into disaster, but instead ended with growth and reflection. Marcus pauses before stepping fully into the sunlight, turning back just long enough to leave them with a final message that professionalism is not a badge, nor a uniform, nor a title. It is a choice, shown in the quiet moments when decisions are made based on character rather than assumption. His words linger in the air, long after he walks away, drifting through the lobby and settling into the minds of everyone who stood there. As the doors close behind him, the people inside feel something they rarely feel inside. A bank, a sense of unity, a reminder that judgment can come quick, but understanding can come quicker if someone is willing to stop and listen. The moment becomes a story retold by customers to friends and family, a scene captured by phones and shared online, a spark of conversation about respect, awareness, and the unseen battles many face just walking through the door. And now, If you are here watching this story unfold, let it be a moment that stays with you, to let it remind you that real change starts with one person. Choosing compassion over assumption. If this story moves you even a little, take a second to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more real-life stories that open eyes and touch hearts. Your support helps these messages reach someone who might be struggling, someone who might feel unseen, someone who might need just one story to feel understood. So thank you for watching. Thank you for staying till the end, and remember, come back for more stories that challenge, reflect, and inspire, because your presence here turns a simple video into a moment that truly matters. Here is a long, powerful call to action. An op punctuation, emotional, persuasive, engaging for viewers. Perfect for making them like, comment, share, and subscribe. Long call to action. Nitrogen monoxide PUNC2ATONF. This story touched your heart or opened your eyes, even for a moment. Then take a breath and let that feeling guide you, because your support truly matters every time. You like this video? It tells the world that stories with meaning deserve to be seen. Every time you comment, you help conversations grow and reach people who need to hear a message like this. And every time you share, you become part of the reason someone out there feels understood, encouraged, or inspired. So, before you go, take a second to press like and drop a comment telling what moment hits you the hardest. Your voice keeps these stories alive. And if you want more stories that challenge assumptions, more powerful twists, more real moments that make you stop and think, then make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next chapter. Together we can spread stories that break barriers, stories that make people feel seen, stories that remind the world that compassion still exists. Your single click can move this message farther than you think. So thank you for watching, thank you for caring, and thank you for being part of this growing community that believes in real change. Stay connected, stay inspired, and stay ready, because more powerful stories are on the way.